If you've been wondering why Governor Wike of Rivers State has been trending all over the internet in Nigeria, then you definitely need to watch till the end of this video because I have all the juicy information for you. Before I continue, I want to first of all welcome you to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah and this is Frankly Speaking with Glory. This is where I give my frank opinion about social issues and any other thing else. So feel free to drop your thoughts, your comments, your suggestions, your contributions in the comment section below of this video and I will definitely reply you. Yeah, so that said, let's jump into the video. So what started off as a joke in Rivers State became very crazy and became a messy fight on Twitter yesterday. Now, Governor Wike earlier last week started off by joining the task force officials on the streets of Harcourt, arresting violators of the lockdown extension in Harcourt State and Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria. So there are so many videos on the internet about him, stopping motorists and commuters on the road, those who were walking with their legs and just going to places and doing their own business. It gets them arrested, gives them punishment to sit on the road and sing bye bye to coronavirus and stuff. I think I have videos like that here. Yeah, you can see those videos as they play out. Yeah, and then there are other videos as well of him stopping motorists on the road, even private cars, and questioning them about where they are going, and if they are not going to look for essential service, maybe like food or anything special like that, they are arrested and taken to an isolation center. Now, a lot of people found that to be very commendable because they felt like, oh, this is what our president should be doing. Our president at the moment is nowhere to be found. We've not had a live from him, we've not seen him, so nobody's hearing from him. So if Wike is going all out, to ensure that the people of Rivers State actually adhere to the rules and regulations and guidelines that he has actually given for the lockdown in Port Harcourt, then it is actually really commendable. Now, it was really fun to watch. And then yesterday, people weren't happy anymore because he demolished 2 hotels in Rivers State. I think one in Onne and one in somewhere else. I'm gonna put that video and pictures of it here. So he demolished these hotels and that caused an uproar on Twitter. Now, a lot of people were complaining, arguing that why would he take such powers into his own hands to do what he wanted to do. Nigerian Twitter wasn't a happy bunny at all. People put out their tweets, people put out their opinion, people were angry, people were saying all manner of stuff, and then I was asking questions like, okay, what happened? Why did he take it to this extent? Was it that Governor Wike just woke up in the morning and gave instructions that people should not, step out of their houses, people should not start up businesses, people should not open hotels, and what's going on, And then I found this particular tweet, and this person took out time to explain. So in case the writings on the tweet is too small for you, I'm just gonna summarize and explain what the person wrote out there. When I read that tweet, it was a long thread. I actually got to understand that Governor Wike had given an instruction the previous week, that's on the 4th of May, that all hotels in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, must be on a lockdown. And it was a result of the reason that the 21 coronavirus cases that they have in the state actually started from hotels. Remember, last month, there was this news circulating online that there was this particular hotel in Rivers State that was housing about 100 offshore workers that actually just returned from the sea, from work, and the governor, in his own bid to try and control the spread of the virus, he decided that all hotels should be on the lockdown, businesses should be on the lockdown, people should stay in their houses, And so these 2 particular hotels that he demolished on Sunday, they refused to adhere to the instructions. So according to this person's tweet, I believe this person is actually based in Rivers State, So according to this person's tweet, Governor Wike sent task force officials to go and lock down the hotels. But while the task force officials went there, they were beaten, they were manhandled, and they were severely punished, and the information is that those task force officials, some of them ended up in the hospitals, their vehicles were seized and all of that. So out of annoyance for the fact that these people were openly violating the instructions of the government, the Governor Wike went to those hotels and demolished them. Then the particular words he used, during his announcement to the people of Port Harcourt, that was that failure to adhere to his instructions, any hotel that was found open would be demolished. And so, true to his words, that was what he did. He demolished the 2 hotels, and he did that, to use them as a scapegoat for not just violating the instructions of the lockdown, but also beating mercilessly those task force officials. Now, after reading that tweet, I got to understand, and I'm like, okay, now I understand why he did what he did. Governor Wike is not one of those governors to actually overlook. He's not one of those governors to give an instruction and then you can actually, blatantly flounce whatever rules and regulations that he gives, but then his actions are being met with so many backlash and criticism from here and there. This particular person is actually one of the IPOB leaders. He came out and did a video and strongly spoke against what Governor Wike did. I think here is the video.
You have not seen anything. You are doing it in the past. Come and do it here. Rogers of Rocha wanted to try it with me. When he said he would destroy my house, he wanted to build road. He had his own 2 houses near my own, but he wanted to destroy my own. I said, try it. I was praying that night for him to try it, so that I will demolish all his houses in the whole of Imo, including his own his living home in his village. If you try it, even from Imo State, I come to River, send my men to destroy all your properties. I will send all my men to River State to make the federal.
But while this particular person is actually, giving a lot of backlash to Governor Wike, this other Nollywood veteran actor, he came out giving a lot of accolades to Governor Wike. So here's the video as well.
Very, very, very proud of you, Governor. Yes, Wike, I am very, very proud of you. In fact, if you be marked, you will be marked because you don't pass 100%. You don't pass 100%. God will protect you, protect your family, protect River State, protect Nigeria, protect Africa, protect the world from this war of COVID-19. In the name of Jesus, I thank you. Now me, the essay from Mumata, they talk. Things can never be the same again.
Now, the mistake most Nigerians are making is that they are trying to compare this particular Governor Wike's action to the government of Lagos State's action. They are comparing it to the Funke Akindele saga, and I am racking my brains like I don't understand where is people actually coming from. The government said they would do a certain thing, and they did it. If they did not do it, these same people are the bunch of people that will come out and they'll start making a lot of noise online that, our government don't have any actions in their bones. They only know how to say things, and then they do not do the things that they say they will do, And take, for instance, now, in the Funke Akindele saga, the instructions were actually given. The instructions were clear. If you do not obey the rules of the lockdown, if you throw parties, if you throw large gatherings and blah, 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 this is what's going to happen. You will be charged to court. You will take any of these penalties and whatnot. And that was what happened. And Funke Akindele got served. She got a punishment, And then Governor Wike said the same thing, that if you are found guilty, if you're an hotel and you open up your hotel will be demolished. But then these people, they blatantly, flaunted the rules. They blatantly did what they did. It wasn't like they did not know what they were doing. They actually knew what they were doing. So they went all out for it, and then they got served back, So I don't understand. That's why I always tell people that, listen, on Nigerian Twitter, you don't just involve yourself in any situation that you know that you cannot win. You know, the governor clearly gave his own rules and regulations. So people, these people that got the brunt of it, they saw what was coming. Maybe they felt like the governor was